Missing that key player on your team and do not have the coins to afford him? Check out cheapmaddencoins.com for the best coin buying and selling service. Use code SAVAGE for 15% off. Yo guys, what's going on? It's Savage here, and welcome to what I want to be the start of a Sunday mini-series where before the games start every single Sunday, I give my fantasy picks of the week from a DFS standpoint. DFS stands for Daily Fantasy Sports. That's like FanDuel and DraftKings Fantasy Football. Instead of it being a season-long league where you draft a team at the beginning of the season and then you just, are constantly dropping and picking up players to improve your team as the year goes on, you are instead every single week picking a new group of players from a player pool with a salary cap, and each player is priced depending on how well they have performed throughout the season. And then you go ahead and build an entire team with certain players that you can afford. And after that, whatever point you finish in, you're placed on a leaderboard, and wherever you finish, you get money. So that is what we are doing. We're going to be doing it from a FanDuel perspective this week. I'm sure if you play DraftKings as well, this will correlate as well to you in terms of value and stuff like that. But I know the pricing can be different sometimes. But if you don't play either of them, this will just be a funny way to see if I can pretty much, I guess you could say, predict the team of the week in Madden, because team of the week is now based off of fantasy performers, and I think there's quite a bit of I guess you could say top tier players in this lineup that I'm very confident in. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get underway. So my quarterback for this week on FanDuel, I really like Kyler Murray on the main slate. And if you do not know what the main slate is, the main slate is all the games from 1 o'clock to right before the Sunday night game. So it's every game, 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock games. It does not include the Sunday night or Monday night game. So on the Sunday main slate, I really like Kyler Murray against the Carolina Panthers. I feel like the Panthers are going to be in a very weird situation with no Cam Newton. But I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I just think Cam Newton's kind of holding them back anymore. It sucks how many injuries he's been plagued with in his career. It would suck if he retires like Andrew Luck did. But, sometimes you just got to do what's right for you. And I would totally respect Cam Newton as I did Andrew Luck for retiring if they just feel like the wear and tear is just not worth it anymore. I mean, in my opinion, happiness is so much more valuable than money. So, I mean, Cam Newton, if he retires, so be it. But like I said, man, Kyler Murray, I just think for the value, he's so cheap. He's so underpriced. He's essentially like, he has the upside of Lamar Jackson just with his legs alone. And that's what I love about him. So Kyler Murray's my pick. My two starting running backs, Christian McCaffrey, David Johnson. Love David Johnson with Kyler Murray's stack. I think that's perfect. Christian McCaffrey, once again, going up against AZ. I think that's just so clutch. Having those three players in that stack is beautiful. I think that game has like low-key potential to be like a weird shootout, like a very strange one. But I think there's going to be a lot of volume for both running backs in that game. I think there's going to be a lot of volume, just in that game in general. I think it's going to be a very interesting game to see how that pans out. My receivers, Larry Fitzgerald, ironically enough, part of that grouping right there. He's once again in the Panthers and Arizona stack. Just having Kyler Murray to Fitz, Kyler Murray to DJ, and then Christian McCaffrey on the other team on the other side of the ball. It's just going to help so much. And then I also like Nelson Agholor a lot. Alshon Jeffrey is looking like he's going to play. I am recording this on Saturday, but it is looking like he's going to be good to go. Agholor at the 2, he's so cheap this week on FanDuel, and I just feel like he's going to get, he's going to get 8 targets. He is. He's going to 100%. I'd say his floor is 5 targets. His ceiling is 8 targets. Could be 9, could be 10, to be honest. But I think 8 is a solid number for Agholor. How many he catches is going to be, what makes or breaks him. And of course, if he finds pay dirt. But Nelson Agholor, with the amount of volume he could receive, I don't think he's going to be super touchdown dependent. And for the price, it's just way too hard to pass up on him. My third receiver is Keenan Allen. I love Keenan this week. Keenan Allen is just a fantasy goon. He gets so many targets a game. Phillip Rivers and him have such a good connection. I think that, I feel like you can't go wrong with a little Keenan Allen in your life. Then, of course, my flex this week, or actually, I'll go my tight end first. Darren Waller. Darren Waller is the most underpriced tight end. He's so underrated for some weird reason on FanDuel. I was reading something that said that he has the second most offensive snaps behind Derek Carr and like the offensive line, which is ironic. So Darren Waller at his price, with the amount of volume he gets, he's just so worth it. I never overpay for tight ends in DFS. I really don't play too much main slate, but if I do play main slate or half slates, I never overpay for tight ends. I just don't think it's worth it. My flex is Zeke Elliott. I love Zeke Elliott. I just think, going up against the Dolphins, there's no reason not to start Zeke. I think that it's just going to be, he's going to feast. It's Zeke, bro, against the Dolphins. So There's no way in hell that he doesn't, at least find pay dirt once, maybe twice, maybe 3 times. And to have a triple running back stack with McCaffrey, DJ, and Zeke is just crazy. My defense is the Niners against the Steelers. A lot of people are going to overpay for the Cowboys defense. I don't think it's worth it. But those would be like my my second play. And then if I were to play the Cowboys defense, I'd probably take Christian McCaffrey out for Austin Eckler. That's just kind of my take on it. But yeah, guys, so that's pretty much my fantasy picks of the week for my elbow. That's pretty much my fantasy picks of the week for DFS, man. I hope that you guys do take this for what it's worth if you do play DFS. And yeah, I love you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Enjoy football.